Bitcoin, we start with daily charges. I want to give a quick update. And if you refer to our analysis, since the price was within here, we have been looking for 36. After the breakout of the 36, then I mentioned we want to see the breakout of the 38 following by 39. I mentioned this is the zone we are looking for. With the breakout of this zone, 38 and 39, then I mentioned I'm looking for the breakout of that 42. And we mentioned 42 is the second target after the 36K. As you can see, even the price tag, the 42, and even the breakout, we see the breakout of the 42, and even the price tag somewhere around 44,500. Okay, now we see the correction. Now we want to see what's the next and what we can look for after this. In this case, we start with higher time frame. We move to monthly chart, and even based on monthly chart, as we can see, the first target since the price was within this correction, the first target we have been looking for was 36, following by 42. And as we can see, the first two target, the price tag, the next target I'm looking to see the breakout is 48,600. Okay, this three targets we had since the price was within this correction. That's why I mentioned with the breakout of this correction, this is the target we're looking for. And now we since the price tag even the break the 42K, the next one I'm looking for is 48,600 at least. Okay, it doesn't mean I mean we can expect even the price break the 48,600. The third target at least I'm looking for is 48,600. And even based on monthly chart, we can see MACD turn to a green. By the way, we want to see what's the next and how we can look for trade based on lower time frame, based on monthly chart. I don't see any trade setup. And if I move to lower time frame, based on weekly chart, I don't see any information. And mostly for me, if I want to look for trade, I will look for the correction based on the daily chart. And if this one turns to a weekly correction, it can give us better confirmation for continuation with the breakout of the all-time high. But at this point, we don't have much information if we refer to the MACD, but another indicator we see we have a divergence, but at this point we don't need to really care about that. And if I move to lower time frame based on daily chart, as I mentioned, if we're looking for the correction based on daily chart and lower time frame, then from there we can look for the trade setup. Okay, and at this point, this is what we have. And if we refer to the MACD, we don't see the divergence. We have a divergence based on the second indicator. And as I mentioned at this point, we don't need to really care about that. And the only question is, how about this? Okay, we have seen this kind of the move. And as I mentioned, at this point, we don't need to really care about that. It doesn't mean the price is going to drop or reverse. And but if we want to look for buy, we have to get the proper trade setup. But based on daily chart, I don't see any trade setup at this point. Okay, having entry above the top is not really good idea based on daily chart. If you want to have the entry above the correction, it should be based on lower time frame. But what I want to say is that for those traders, if they get any opportunity for buy within this move, all right, they should book some profit because we have been looking for the 42K. Okay, and now if I get any opportunity for buy based on lower time frame, I will take it. But as I mentioned, based on daily, I don't see any trade setup. And in this case, we move to lower time frame. We want to see what's the next based on forward chart. All right, based on forward chart, now the question is whether this is the start of the reversal, or we can expect this one turn to correction for at least one drop before we see the reversal. Okay, that's why if anyone wants to look for buy, they should be aware that if this one reverse as a corrective move, may we get at least one more drop. That's why if anyone wants to look for buy, they have to look for the reversal as a sharp move, not the corrective move. And one thing I want to highlight here, if we put this stop in relative to the previous one, and if we refer to the MACD, we see it was losing the momentum. That's why we could expect this drop, not this dip, but at least a drop. Okay, but we don't need to really care about that at this point even. And in this case, we move to lower time frame because based on forward chart, I don't see any trade setup. And if I move to 1 hour chart, this is what I mean. Okay, at this point, it doesn't mean the price cannot reverse, but I don't see any trade setup. That's why if anyone wants to look for buy, the first option, if this one turn to reversal as a corrective, any drop, Then from there, we can look for the reversal as a sharp move flag, or we can put our entry above this correction. This is what we can expect. But if we get the next drop, then I will give update. Okay. But at this point, I don't see any trade setup. And if anyone wants to look for buy from here, at least they need to see the sharp move flag before they take the trade with the breakout of this zone. Okay. Simply buying at this point is not a really good idea. It doesn't mean the price cannot reverse. The only things I want to highlight how we can look for the trade setup. Okay, that means we have to wait. But if I get any opportunity for buy from here, either as a reversal sharp move flag, I will take it, or if this one turn to a correction for the next drop before we see the reversal. For me, the best option, if this one give us one more drop at least, then we confirm with this correction, then from there we can look for the buy. Okay, that's just to make it very simple. At this point, I don't see any trade setup. We have to wait. In this case, we just follow the chart, and if I see any update, any trade setup, I will share. But in the based on daily chart, as I mentioned, we're looking at this one as a daily correction. And if you get an opportunity for buy, the next target is 48,600. Anyway, we just follow the chart. If I see any update, I will share. Thanks.